What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2. In the last episode, we finished up Chapter 2, and before we move on to the next chapter, let's take a look at what we missed in Chapter 2. We're gonna have to play Magical Girl Miracle Monami again. Hooray! I know how much you all love that. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the later episodes of this. Depending on what you say, I may just speed them up. So let me know if you would like to see the gameplay or if you would like to see it sped up and have me talk over it if anything has changed. Because playing through this level, not a lot has changed. I do love that up at the top. Turnabout possibility, 1 of 56 million. We have no faith. We're going to take out another Mana Beast in this one. Now, you'll notice the, what we're looking at here, the new arena, is actually what you get to expect with the new island. What this is actually showing, since we now know that this is what Monami was doing in the background between chapters, you actually get to see, kind of a glimpse of what the next island is going to be like. So just imagine a lot of cacti and a very broken road. I can't wait to get to this next island. Now, as I was showing off a bit earlier, you can actually jump on some of these enemies. I don't think I did that in the first one. The first one was kind of a blur for me. I don't really remember much, but what that does is it basically deals them damage for 1 point, and it also stuns them. So if you're having trouble with an enemy who keeps moving, like these little red guys who keep attacking, you can just jump on their head, which is kind of hard to do because of this 3D perspective. Danganronpa is never known for its good 3D games, I guess, if you want to argue the midquel. But, I didn't make it. I thought I could make a giant 8, and it didn't work. But yeah, we've got another 10 waves of these little things. They do introduce one new enemy type, which is nice. I'm glad they're changing it up a bit. But they also give you so much time to finish this. You don't need even... I think you could do this in half the time. And there really is nothing better to do here. So let's talk about this past chapter. And how amazing it is that you guys are figuring this out before the game does. A little discussion can go a long way. Oh, and I will make a note here. Don't jump on the guys with spikes on their heads. That should have been a given. I know you guys have played platformers before. At least I hope you have. If you haven't, where have you been? I can't believe... Looking in the comment class trial, and if you want, you could just skip ahead of this, but a lot of you actually figured out from point A to point B, and this is the people who I know haven't played the game, you managed to solve the mystery before the game did. I couldn't even believe it. I mean, I had recorded pretty much everything, and just seeing how you were figuring it out, how you were bouncing ideas back and forth, and, I could actually see an epiphany happen in the comment section. And I was just viewing this as going, oh my gosh, these guys are brilliant. They're actually figuring this out with little help from the people who know what's going to happen. There's a nudge or a wink every now and again from the people who have played the game, where they'll say, well, what about this? And even when I was being combative, and trying to lead you away from the comment blackened, you were still able to figure it out. I thought for a second you weren't going to get it right, and all of your theories were going to be dead wrong, which I am partially to blame for that. I did it on purpose, sorry. Oh, and if you're wanting to know about the comment blackened, you did not get it right. By a long shot, you did not get it right. I told you guys you wouldn't get it right. But yes, as far as the discussions, they are going very well. Thank you for that. I know it was your idea in the first place, but you have made this a joy to experience. Kind of a bitter pill I do want to bring up about the entire situation. Whenever there is a person who comes in, doesn't understand what's going on, and immediately starts blurting answers, I love laying down the banhammer. But this is also why I gave that warning at the end of the investigation for Chapter 2, saying, I don't want to have to make it so that I have to approve comments, so nobody can see them until I approve them. I hate being that guy, and the only reason I do that for the trial videos is so when people come in, they can look down in the comments and see, okay, so nothing's spoiled. I specifically make sure to not have anything go past where we are. There was one situation in this past one, and that's actually kind of funny. I don't know if I should say this, but one person did come in who had played the game. They were brand new, and they lasted one video. You know why? It's not because I got rid of them, because they decided they would behave. They somehow got their account terminated. That's interesting. I won't even ask how that happened. So let's just get back to what's going on here. Unfortunately, there's not a lot that we have actually missed. I tried my best to go back and get any statements that I missed. If you do notice that I missed talking to somebody in the background, please let me know and we'll throw that into the next chapter bonus on what we missed. But Chapter 2 was actually pretty mellow when it comes to extra stuff that you can do. Like, in the next one we will be doing this, but there are multiple scenes from what I've seen in Chapter 3, so we'll definitely be getting some fun in that. But as far as Chapter 2, we didn't really get to do a lot. It was a fantastic story overall, and I noticed a lot of you had the exact same emotional response I did, seeing the finale of Chapter 2. Thanks for pulling my heartstrings, you visual novel. But there's a reason this one is a bit shorter. We only have one extra scene to get, and it's well worth the wait. The one thing I don't like about this minigame, and I should have brought it up before, is the fact that everything moves. Except for the brand new enemy types, which I failed to mention. These little guys just poke out of the grounds, they're like green diglets, and they just shoot stuff at you. And to be honest, I can't tell what causes that tree to, pop out of the ground. I would like to say that it's because the rainbow ring is really, really big, but that can't be it. So I'm wondering if I can figure it out before this ends. Okay, that was a regular whirlwind. I wonder if it's because I'm, ringing in a part of the environment. Maybe that's it. Because I did notice that it happened a lot more when I had a cactus in my whirlwind. Who knows? This minigame. I gotta say, it's not the most fun thing in the world. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe you do have to get a piece of the environment in there. That's why they keep respawning. That's good to know for next time, and that could have been easily avoided. Oh my gosh. You can tell how much I paid attention while playing this. The final wave! We're fighting the Snake Monobeast. And this one actually has a couple of attacks that are really devastating, like that one. It'll take up the entire arena. We also have another one where it'll dig its face into the ground. Oh, man. This one is also kind of weird because you need to be able to hit it, and it looks like the only place you can actually deal damage to it is its head. So if you're able to, try to get it stuck in the ground, but hit towards the middle because the snake will come back from reeling its head, and it'll hit it immediately. So that's kind of the strategy I employed with this. It's really not that hard of a fight. It does get kind of difficult when it does the swing, and it swings all the way around the arena, and it actually hits everywhere, and you have to jump over it. So there's an attempt to actually hit its head, and that did not work. So that seems to be the best course of action right there, is to just hit it right in the middle there, right in the body, and when it comes back, it'll get hit in the face. Ooh, that was close. Wow, that wasn't close. I'm actually not doing too well, and this is on normal mode, so maybe I'll hit hard mode, or... yeah, I'll hit hard mode later, why not? Maybe in Chapter 3 I'll... wow. You know, at the rate I'm going, probably not a good idea that I hit hard mode. Now I noticed, maybe the number of waves and the number of enemies actually has to do with the difficulty I chose, and being... with the first one being easy and the second one being normal, maybe that's why it seems like it's taking forever. But hey, look at that! We beat the second Monobeast and got the old man's grass skirt! Amazing!
Everyone, I did it!
And take a look at that! We barely used half our time. We almost did, but we got it done! Hooray! Good job, Monami. You took out another Monobeast, which means we can advance the story. Let's take a quick look at all the equipment we got. Let's make sure we get the best of everything. Ooh, that'll up the strength and Usami herself. Definitely going to use that. The Bride's Veil ups every stat. The Old Man's Grass Skirt. A little low on strength, but ups defense and Usami. So I think we're going to stick with the Holy Diaper, as weird as that sounds. The next things we are going to do, from what I know, we have not missed any dialogue in the chapter, so we won't be looking at that. The next thing we'll actually be looking at is the extra scene in Chapter 2, and also taking a look at the victim and murderer's cabin by special request. First thing I want to mention, if you are going into Chapter 2, you need a specific item. Just like all the other extra scenes, you're going to need this item right here. The man's nut. I bet you can tell what kind of scene we're going to be seeing in here based on the item, and as soon as you see it, the description for a man's nut. Just think of it as the man's fantasy from Danganronpa 1 and what kind of scene you got from that. But this is a huge nut that can't be found in nature. It's said to exist within a man's heart. It's said that consuming this will increase your power to pursue romance. Oh, excellent. So you can buy this from the vending machine. You can actually get it in the Monami machine, which is how I accidentally got 2. So, before we see that extra scene, let's see what's inside the cabins. Unfortunately, there was no opportunity to hang out with Peko or Mahiru in their cabins in Chapter 2, so I had to backtrack. I had to go back in time when everybody was alive. And that's such a depressing statement to say. But first, we're going to take a look at Peko's cabin. I actually found a time frame where both of them were in their cabin at the same time. Whoa! This looks awesome! Look at all these period pieces. She even replaced the windows. This looks awesome! Peko, you did some redesigning. Did you have to special order this? Did Monokuma even let you special order this stuff? You even changed the bathroom doors? Look at all this. At least you didn't take away the TV, and it looks like you got yourself a bonsai tree, but I think that's too big to be a bonsai tree. Don't quote me on that. And unfortunately, we can't click on anything. We can only talk to Peko. And since we have technically already seen this, in fact, we have already seen this, I wanted to look at it again, but look at it correctly this time. We're going to look at Mahiru's cabin again, with her actually in it. No, this kills me. This breaks my heart. And later on, when we do more bonus episodes, you'll see why it just kills me. So Mahiru alive again, giving me that weird look. Look, you invited me in, begrudgingly, but you still let me in. And she has all those pictures. Essentially, the only thing that changed here was the pictures on the wall. And those were well worth the price of admission. I love coming in here and just seeing, like, that's her creative corner. That's where she makes magic with her camera. That's awesome, Mahiru. It's good to see you again. And we'll be seeing you and Peko in later bonus episodes. The ones right after this, actually. Now, since he was integral to the plot of Chapter 2, and he happens to be in his cabin, I think, let's try Fuyuhiko. Humor me, man. Let me in. Actually, I don't think he's here. He wouldn't even let me in, even if he was here. So, that is everyone's cabins. And now for something devious that I did. If you can believe, I actually edited out the extra scene. Because of my antics in the second and third bonus when I was hanging out with Teru Teru and Byakuya, I accidentally got the man's nut. And it automatically triggered the scene when I was talking with a specific person. So, that's not good. So what you're going to see is actually the snippet that I cut out of the episode with my general reactions. I had never seen this before. So please, enjoy. You need to have the man's nut and talk to Mahiru after the first meeting of the first day. Yeah, you want to come with me?
Aww.
You've signed a contract in blood, Mahiru. There's no getting out of this.
Hey.
People will make fun of me. Now you know how it feels. Wow, you really can't take it. You can dish it out, but you cannot take it.
Yeah. Yay!
Huh?
Hey.
Hajime, what expression do you have on your face right now?
But... Let's go!
And there they go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We wants to. We needs to. No, no! Yeah, no shit, Hajime. Oh no! As a man, I have to do this. There's a big hint as to what you need for this. Normally, this wouldn't happen. Hajime, are you frothing at the mouth right now? Good lord! It's just a couple of girls showering. I'm going nuts! You could say I have the man's nut! Must go see naked women! My urges!
Yay! Washing each other! Yay! Yay! Hey. Where do you want me to wash you, Mahiro? From where to where do you want me to wash you? Jeez.
Hajime's turned into an absolute animal! Hajime! Hajime, come back to me! Come back to me, please! All because of this stupid man's nut! You've turned into a frothing idiot! Well, thanks for showing me you're a true man. I guess. Lost yourself? No kidding! I guess you could say you lost your way. Don't lose your way, Hajime. Never say anything about this ever again. Well, I guess they both ran off, so let's get out of here. How am I gonna edit this?